Hey, everybody, and welcome to our deep dive today, all about puzzles.
Ooh, puzzles.
Yeah, and you think puzzles, you think games, you think fun,
Right.
but we're going to learn today that they're actually so much more than that.
Absolutely.
We're going to be talking to Jody Jill. She is the founder of National Puzzle Day,
Okay.
which, by the way, is celebrated every year on January 29th.
You know what? I think I'm going to put that on my calendar.
Yeah, me too.
I love puzzles.
Yeah, it's a good reminder for all of us to kind of get our brains working,
Yeah.
but we're going to learn about all the benefits of those brain-bending challenges.
I've always been fascinated by how puzzles, something that we usually associate with, childhood, can actually help our brains stay, sharp as we get older.
That's like a mental workout, right?
Yeah, exactly. And just like physical exercise keeps our bodies in shape, puzzles give our brains a workout.
Okay, so then what's actually happening in our brains when we're like, doing a crossword or trying to put together a jigsaw puzzle?
Well, different types of puzzles engage different parts of our brain. So like when you're doing a crossword puzzle,
Right.
you're really using your memory,
Hmm.
you're remembering information, and you're making connections between words.
Uh-huh.
And this actually strengthens the pathways in your brain that are associated with memory and language.
Okay.
Then you have something like Sudoku,
Right.
which is all about logic and patterns.
Uh-huh.
So it's exercising a totally different set of cognitive skills.
So it's not just like keeping our minds busy. It's about like targeting specific,
Right.
cognitive functions.
Exactly. And the benefits go beyond just, maintaining those skills.
Yeah.
Puzzles can actually help build what's called cognitive reserve.
Cognitive reserve.
Yeah, have you ever heard of that?
I haven't. What is that?
So think of it like this. It's like a savings account for your brain.
Okay.
So it's basically like a buffer that helps protect your brain from cognitive decline as you age and can even potentially delay the onset of conditions like dementia. So the more you challenge your brain with things like puzzles,
Right.
the more you add to this reserve,
Oh, that's amazing.
making your brain more resilient.
So it's like brain insurance for the future.
Kind of, yeah.
I like that. I like that analogy a lot.
Yeah.
But, it's not just about aging, right? I mean, puzzles are great for kids too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Introducing puzzles to kids early on can be so beneficial for their cognitive development.
Yeah.
It's like building that foundation
Yeah.
for, lifelong learning and problem solving.
It's like when they're working on a puzzle,
Yeah,
they're learning to think critically and problem solve and, push through when things get tough,
exactly.
which are, essential skills for everyone.
And, puzzles also really help foster creativity and imagination.
Oh, yeah.
So, whether they're building a tower with blocks or, piecing together a jigsaw puzzle,
Right.
they're using their minds in ways that promote flexible thinking and problem solving.
So like you said, like building that foundation for their future. I love that.
Yeah.
So it's like puzzles are a secret weapon for like parents and teachers who want to give kids a good head start.
And the best part is kids love them.
Yeah, they do.
They're fun, they're engaging, and they're challenging in all the right ways.
Yeah, and there are so many different kinds of puzzles out there
Right.
that there's literally something for every kid,
Right.
At any age, at every skill level.
Exactly. So it's really easy to find something that will capture a child's imagination and keep them entertained while they're learning.
I love that. And I'm curious, are there certain types of puzzles that are particularly beneficial for developing certain skills?
That's a great question. And
Yeah.
yeah, different puzzles actually target different cognitive skills.
Okay.
For example, jigsaw puzzles are fantastic for developing spatial reasoning and visual perception.
So when they're figuring out, how all those pieces fit together,
Right.
they're actually learning
Yeah.
about spatial relationships and how things work in the real world.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
It is. And then you have puzzles like Sudoku and Ken,
Yeah.
which are really good for developing logical thinking and problem-solving skills.
Okay.
Those puzzles require you to really think, strategically analyze patterns,
Right.
and come up with solutions based on the information that's given to you.
I love how puzzles are so sneaky. Like, they're fun and engaging,
Right.
but they're secretly like sharpening our minds and building all these essential skills
Exactly.
without us even realizing it.
Yeah, that's the beauty of puzzles. They're like the perfect combination of entertainment and education,
Yeah,
which makes them such a great activity for people of all ages.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the skills they teach. Like, there's something to be said for that feeling you get when you finally solve a puzzle.
Oh, absolutely.
That aha moment.
Like that feeling of accomplishment.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like no matter how big or small the puzzle is, it gives us that sense of accomplishment, And it boosts our confidence and motivates us to try new things, not just with puzzles, but in our everyday lives, too.
Yeah, it's like they're training us to embrace challenges and not give up, which is something we could all use a little more of.
You know, you're so right. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed these days
Right.
with just so much information and all the
Yes,
distractions.
especially with, our phones and everything.
Yeah, exactly. But puzzles are great because they help us focus,
Yeah.
block out all that noise, and enter what's called a flow state.
A flow state.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that?
I have, but I don't really know what it means, like, in the context of puzzles.
So it's that feeling you get when you're so absorbed in something.
Right.
Like you completely lose track of time
Mm-hmm.
and you're just totally present in the moment.
Okay.
So when you're really engaged in a puzzle, everything else just fades away.
Yeah.
And you're just completely focused.
I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm working on a challenging puzzle, I totally lose track of time. Exactly. And that feeling of flow isn't just enjoyable.
Right.
It's actually really good for us mentally.
Oh,
It reduces stress, improves mood, and can even make you more creative.
wow. So puzzles are good for our brains and good for our overall well-being.
Yeah. They're like the ultimate 2-for-1 deal.
I love it. And it's something that we can benefit from at any age.
Mm-hmm.
It's never too early or too late to start doing puzzles.
Right.
Speaking of starting puzzles, how can we get kids more into puzzles?
Well, first, make it fun.
Okay.
Don't force it.
Yeah.
But create like a fun, engaging environment where puzzles are seen as a fun thing to do.
So create like a positive association with puzzles.
Right, exactly. And it's important to start with puzzles that are right for their age.
Yeah.
You know, don't give a kid a puzzle that's way too hard for them.
Right. You don't want them to get discouraged.
Yeah, start with simple puzzles that match their developmental stage.
Right.
And as they get better, you can slowly give them more challenging ones.
That makes sense.
And variety is key. You know, introduce them to all different types of puzzles to keep things interesting and appeal to, their different learning styles. Some kids might like visual puzzles like jigsaws more,
All right.
while others might prefer those logic-based puzzles like Sudoku.
So it's kind of like finding the right puzzle personality
Yeah.
for each child.
Exactly, and letting them choose puzzles that they're actually interested in can make a big difference.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it gives them a sense of ownership, and that can really help with their motivation and engagement.
I like that. And don't forget the power of doing puzzles together.
Right.
Encourage kids to do puzzles with their friends or family.
It's a great way to bond.
Yeah.
Work together
Yeah.
and celebrate each other's successes.
I have such good memories of doing puzzles with my family when I was a kid.
Ah,
It was always so fun and relaxing.
yeah,
And we got to spend some quality time together.
exactly. And those shared experiences
Yeah.
create lasting memories and can even foster a love of puzzles that lasts a lifetime.
We were talking a lot about the benefits for kids and for adults.
Yeah.
But what about like the bigger picture?
Hmm.
Like what role do puzzles play in our overall well-being?
That's a great question. And I think puzzles really celebrate the human mind's ability to problem solve, be creative, and be resilient.
I like that.
They remind us that we have the power to face challenges, think critically,
Mhm.
and find solutions even when things are complicated.
Yeah, it's like they're a mini version of life.
Mm-mm.
We face obstacles, we come up with a plan, we don't give up.
Right.
And in the end, we feel good about overcoming those obstacles.
Exactly. And in a world that often feels overwhelming and unpredictable,
Right.
I think puzzles offer us a sense of order, control, and accomplishment.
Yeah.
They remind us that even small wins
Yeah.
can bring us joy and boost our confidence.
And they help us keep learning and growing.
Hmm.
It's never too late to try a new puzzle
Right.
and challenge ourselves in new ways.
Puzzles are a great example of how amazing our brains are,
Yeah.
how they can adapt, learn, and evolve throughout our lives.
Yeah.
They show us that we're all capable of growth and discovery no matter how old we are or where we come from.
I think that's a really powerful message, especially when we're often told that, as we get older, our brains slow down.
Right.
But puzzles remind us that we have the power to keep our minds sharp and active no matter what.
Exactly. And Jody Jill, the founder of National Puzzle Day, has been saying this for years.
Yeah.
She's a huge advocate for how puzzles can make our lives better, both individually and as a society.
And speaking of Jody Jill,
Yeah.
she seems to know so much about puzzles.
She does.
Where can our listeners go to learn more about her work and the amazing world of puzzles?
Well, she actually started a website called puzzledayfun.com.
Okay.
It's a fantastic resource for anyone who loves puzzles.
Awesome.
You'll find articles, tips, trivia, and even information about National Puzzle Day events near you.
PuzzleDayFun.com.
I love it.
It sounds like the perfect place to find everything puzzle related.
It is.
I'm definitely going to check it out.
You should.
You know, as we're wrapping up our deep dive on puzzles,
Yeah.
I think it's important to remember that puzzles aren't just a solo activity.
Right.
They can be a great way to connect with others
Mm-hmm.
and build stronger relationships.
Absolutely.
I've always loved doing puzzles with friends and family.
Me too.
It's a really fun way to spend time together.
Yeah, it's a shared experience.
Yeah.
That can lead to some great conversations, laughter, and a real sense of togetherness.
And those social connections are so important for our well-being.
They really are.
They give us a sense of belonging and support
Mm-hmm.
and purpose,
Right.
which can be really good for our mental and physical health.
Exactly. So in a way, puzzles can be a way to build stronger social connections and even a sense of community.
That's amazing.
It is, and it goes back to what we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
about how puzzles can benefit society as a whole. They encourage collaboration, communication, and problem solving,
Right.
which are all essential skills for navigating, the ups and downs of the world today.
I think it's safe to say that puzzles offer something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how old they are, what their background is, or what they're interested in,
Right.
they're a timeless activity that brings people together
Yeah.
through that shared joy of challenge and discovery.
And that's something worth celebrating.
Yeah, sure.
Not just on National Puzzle Day, but every day.
Yeah, so to wrap up our deep dive,
Okay.
let's encourage everyone listening to embrace the power of puzzles,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's a daily crossword, a challenging jigsaw puzzle,
Right.
or, a really tough logic puzzle.
Yeah.
Find something that you enjoy and get puzzling.
And remember, it's not about being a puzzle expert.
Right.
It's about the journey, the challenge,
Wow.
and the satisfaction of giving your brain a workout in a fun and engaging way.
Well said.
Thanks.
So until next time, everyone, keep your brain sharp.
Yes.
Keep those connections strong and keep on puzzling.
Absolutely. And those social connections are so important for our well-being.
They really are.
They give us a sense of belonging, support, and purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And all those things can have a positive impact on our mental and physical health.
So in a way, puzzles can be a way to build stronger social connections and even a sense of community.
It is, and it goes back to what we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
about how puzzles can benefit society as a whole.
Uh-huh.
They encourage collaboration, communication, and problem solving, which are all essential skills for navigating, the ups and downs of the world today.
I think it's safe to say that puzzles offer something for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how old they are, what their background is, or what they're interested in.
Right.
They're a timeless activity that brings people together
Yeah.
through that shared joy of challenge and discovery.
And that's something worth celebrating,
For sure.
not just on National Puzzle Day, but every day.
Yeah, so to wrap up our deep dive,
Okay.
let's encourage everyone listening to embrace the power of puzzles,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's a daily crossword, a challenging jigsaw puzzle,
Right.
or, a really tough logic puzzle.
Yeah.
Find something that you enjoy and get puzzling.
And remember, it's not about being a puzzle expert.
Right.
It's about the journey, the challenge,
Mm-hmm.
and the satisfaction of giving your brain a workout in a fun and engaging way.
Well said.
Thanks.
So until next time, everyone, keep your brains sharp,
Yes.
keep those connections strong,
Mm-hmm.
and keep on puzzling.
Absolutely. Yeah, she actually created a website, puzzledayfun.com.
PuzzleDayFun.com.
Yeah, it's a great resource for anyone who loves puzzles of, all different types.
Oh, that sounds great.
You can find articles and tips and trivia and even information about National Puzzle Day events
Wow.
that might be happening near you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a really great resource.
PuzzleDayFun.com.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fun. It sounds like a great place to find anything and everything puzzle related.
Yeah. And as we wrap up our deep dive into puzzles,
Yeah.
I think it's worth reminding everyone that puzzles aren't just a solo activity.
Yeah, that's true.
You can do them with other people.
I've always found that working on a puzzle with family or friends is such a nice way to spend time together.
Right.
Like it's a shared experience
Yeah.
that really sparks conversation and laughter and a sense of, just like we're all in this together.
Exactly. And those social connections are so important for our overall well-being.
Yeah, they really are.
They provide us with a sense of belonging and support and purpose,
Yeah.
which can have such a positive impact on both our mental and physical health.
So in a way, puzzles can actually be a gateway
Yeah.
to building stronger social connections
Mm-hmm.
and fostering a sense of community.
And that, brings us back to what we were saying before about the benefits of puzzles for society.
Right.
They encourage us to work together and communicate and solve problems together, which are all essential skills for navigating, our complex world.
I think it's safe to say that puzzles really do offer something for everyone.
I agree.
No matter their age, their background, or their interests,
Right.
they're such a timeless activity that brings people together
Mm-hmm.
through that shared joy of challenge and discovery.
And that's something worth celebrating.
It is.
Not just on National Puzzle Day, but every single day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as we finish up our deep dive into puzzles,
Okay.
let's all encourage our listeners to embrace the power of puzzles.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's a daily crossword,
Yeah.
a challenging jigsaw, or a mind-bending logic puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Find something that sparks your interest
Yes.
and get puzzling.
Exactly. And remember, it's not about being a puzzle master.
Right.
It's about the process, the challenge,
Yeah,
and the satisfaction of giving your brain a fun workout.
I love that. Well said.
Thanks.
So until next time, keep your brains sharp.
Keep them sharp.
Keep those connections strong.
Yeah,
And keep on puzzling.
absolutely.